Hey guys, Ryan here with the week of September 16th programming. We're going to be level method testing in CrossFit a few times this week, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. If you haven't signed into levelmethod.com to create your account, use the gym code 3XF to do that, and you can log your results from these tests. Also, we have an app now that you can download to record your results. So for Android and Apple devices, you can use the app. It's pretty slick. I've got mine downloaded now, so check that out. The Open is coming. We've about got the details finalized. We'll start sending those out to you soon. And watch out for the zombies coming soon. All right, Monday, I told you we're testing. So we're going to do our deadlift test. Remember with that test, you're not necessarily doing a 1 rep max there. Depends on the weight you're lifting. The lighter the weight, the more reps you do. The heavier the weight, the less reps you'll do. So depending on your level, that's going to figure out what type of lifts you're going to be doing there. If you're not testing, we've got a sequence for you to suggest some work for you that day as well. So you can test or not test, but we've always got some work for you throughout this whole week. From the deadlift, you're going to go to the running test. So this is going to be a little bit different. We haven't kind of put these two together. Usually deadlift would follow an upper body push, follow some version of Diane workout. Well, we're running today. So if there's a couple versions of the running test: a 200 meter run, a 400 meter run, and a mile run. So you got to make sure you're getting the split times that you're supposed to get for your 200 and 400 before you move on to that full mile run. If you're doing the 200 or 400 version of that, what you'll do is you'll run your 200 or 400 for your best time, take some rest, and then repeat that to finish out the work for the day. If you're not testing, we've got a workout for you here, 3 rounds for time of run and burpees. Going to be still a cardio, an aggressive cardio day there. So fast running or this runs with burpees. And then no matter what, everybody's got a core finisher for that day as well. So plenty of work between the deadlift, the running, and your core finisher, and some extra credit with rowing and rolling out, especially if you're running that day, kind of rolling out the calves and stretching out the calves. Looking ahead to Tuesday in CrossFit, we'll be doing overhead squats. Now, we've done some WODs where we've done overhead squats in the workout, but we haven't done a strength portion of overhead squat lately. So we're going to make sure for those that want a refresher on the overhead squat, because they're going to get heavy on Tuesday, we're going to use that skills acceleration time to cover that. Vitality workout that day. So a lot of aerobic conditioning in CrossFit, same aerobic conditioning in CVC as well. But instead of running, you're either on the rower or on the bike if you're in Stanton. Tuck ups and Supermans. So we're kind of combining the core finisher that was in CrossFit and adding that to our vitality workout in CVC, adding in slam ball clean and throws to round out a full range of motion there, and then also working on different variations of squats to kind of work on your mobility there with the Cossack squat and the curtsy lunge. All of these are going to ramp up in intensity as you would expect with a vitality workout that day. Tuesday, I already let the cat out of the bag. We're doing overhead squats, and we're actually getting to do some weight there in our strength portion with overhead squats. It's not in the workout, it's in the strength portion that day. So I'm really looking forward to this, kind of lifting some weight finally overhead. And then still staying with thinking about overhead strength and stability, we're doing 15-minute AMRAP with dumbbell snatches and overhead reverse lunges or rack reverse lunges if you need to, and suitcase carries. So a lot of core stuff going on there, midline stabilization, a lot of shoulder health stuff going on there, and overhead strength going on. This one will get you breathing pretty heavy, even though you've got a suitcase carry in there as well. Dumbbell snatches are a big range of motion, so you'll be breathing heavy as well as feeling that fatigue in your core and your shoulders. Extra credit that day is just going to mobilize those hips. And then skills acceleration, we'll be looking forward to Wednesday when we're testing again, doing our aerobic power intervals test. Hang cleans are in there at a light weight, so we're going to work on the hang clean and making sure we're cycling efficiently with our skills acceleration practice that day. Our commitment class has got some overlap with our CrossFit movements there. We're doing a dumbbell snatch, but we're going to do it with the hang position in CVC, which means you're going to stay on one side for 20 seconds, and then you'll go to the other side for 20 seconds. We're doing ski erg and Stanton, and we've got a substitution of lat pull downs with the bands and vertical leaps to get that heart rate up and get that intensity up to a 10 for the substitution for the ski erg there. Dumbbell slashers to work the core, and then single arm kettlebell rack walking lunge means we're going to go heavy there. It's a commitment workout, one kettlebell. We're going to get, and only holding that kettlebell for 20 seconds on one side, we're going to get heavy with those rack positions there. And then the windmills will help us kind of cool down those shoulders and continue that shoulder mobility and health theme that we've got in all of our workouts that day. Wednesday, API test or aerobic power intervals test. So a lot of people have already done this, so you already know the goal you're going to shoot for to improve your overall level on this workout with this. We've got options here at the white where you're doing instead of wall balls, goblet squats, instead of power cleans, kettlebell swings, step ups, instead of box jumps, dumbbell press, instead of a push press with a barbell and body builders instead of burpees. So options for everybody. Remember, you count your round or count your reps over the course of this whole workout. It's 3 rounds, 1 minute each movement with no rest in between the movements, but 1 minute of rest in between the rounds. It's about strategy here, making sure you know how to use each minute efficiently to get the most number of reps by the time you're done with this 15 minutes of work over 17 minutes. If you're not box jumping, you can do step ups. Level method kind of says step ups are valid through the yellow levels. But you can always, if you're somebody that's never ever going to do box jumps, you're always going to do step ups, then you're going to always do that for this workout, no matter whether you're going to end up recording an orange level or a blue level for that. Or if you don't want to do it that way, what you can always do is skip your minute of box jumps and record and just push harder in all the other minutes that you work. And there's plenty of people that are able to get as high as the blue level by taking that strategy as well. So this is all about strategy to maximize your efforts here. Cooling down the upper body and rolling out the upper body for extra credit, and we'll look to Thursday for our kettlebell snatch, so some practice on Wednesday for that. So kind of sticking with the what we call fight gone bad exercise format or WOD format, where it's a minute at each movement with no rest in between the movements, but rest in between the rounds. We're going to do the same thing in our hump day hit class. We're just taking out the kettlebell swings we're taking out the cleans. We're not going to use the barbells that day. And instead of using kettlebell swings to sub that day, we're going to save those for Thursday. So you've got a longer workout here with that hump day hit class, but less, only 4 minutes of work at a time instead of 5 minutes of work at a time, if that makes sense. So more work, but less work in the rounds individually. Thursday, we've got our front squat test. So we're doing a lot of lifting this week. Lifting on deadlift test on Monday. Tuesday, we're lifting overhead squats. Thursday, we're doing front squats for lift. So not a whole lot of volume, so you should still be able to perform very well here because you're not going to wear out with the number of reps that you're doing, but you are going to try to do your best set of reps when you get to them. Kettlebell test then after that. So this is where you work for an entire 10 minutes with that kettlebell. Every minute the clock beeps and you've got to get a certain number of reps in each minute to find your overall level with this workout here. Sometimes it's a kettlebell snatch, sometimes it's one arm swing or a Russian swing. We're even going to add more work after that. So you got your front squats, you got your kettlebell test, and if you need some more work, we've got some cardio work for you as well afterwards. And then looking to Friday, we'll work on kipping and toes to bar for the skills acceleration. Mixed interval in CVC, vital commitment. So we're combining those ideas of vitality and commitment. So you start out with kind of a warm-up round, but by the time you're done with it, that last round is very intense. We're looking at 10s on that squat thrust there. Jump ropes. You're going to start out maybe even getting some rest in that minute, that first time around. And then by the time you get to the 30 seconds of work, you're going to push yourself to make sure you're working the entire 30 seconds. If you've got double unders, maybe you're doing double unders. If you don't have double unders, maybe you're getting some attempts in, or you're doing high singles and trying to maintain that big rebound there to get you to your 9 on your burn factor in those last 2 rounds of 30 seconds there. And then we'll add weight and difficulty to the Russian twists and the kettlebell swings to increase in intensity with this as well. Friday, we're going back to a workout. So this is just training this day, no testing. Heavy deadlifts for our strength portion on Monday, but we're saving all our real heavy deadlift work in the workout to Friday. So you'll see there's some suggested weights there, the white, yellow, and orange for the deadlifts you'll be doing in the workout. At the blue and purple, we know will be heavier than those suggested weights, and we'll keep increasing in weight as well, as long as you can stay unbroken here. So you've got 2 minutes of rest in between these rounds to add in weight, get your breath back so you can set your back for good deadlifts when you start the round. Still, and a good chance to work on toes to bar and trying to stay unbroken on toes to bar with this one. So we'll see how that works out, and back to some cardio with that 200-meter run. Everybody's got an arm finisher there, working those beach muscles. And then we'll work the lower body for some hip and some hip health as well. And then some rowing mechanics, getting ready for Saturday's workout in our skills acceleration. Confidence interval, we're doing heavy deadlifts there just like we are in CrossFit, but we're breaking them up with ab mat sit-ups, so that core is going to be burning between the deadlifts and the ab mat sit-ups. You got to brace yourself a lot. You look down, we've got 2 get-up variations in the same workout, which means by the time you're done with this, you will have done the full version of the get-up for the most part. So the top half of the get-up is for 3 minutes, and then the bottom half of the get-up is for 3 minutes each round. And then in between there, you've got some cardio, just like in a CrossFit workout. Lifting. So we got hang power cleans on our API tests on Wednesday, but those don't get very heavy. So we got a chance to add some weight to those on Saturday with some power clean work. And then the movements afterwards are going to help you with accessory work that's going to make you stronger in your cleans. The bent row is going to help with that pulling motion. Same with the face pulls. Those hip thrusts are going to help with getting extension through the hip and power through the hips. Strict toes to bar are going to work the core and also work the lats at the same time. Saturday. Thrusters, heavy thrusters. I almost forgot about this one too. We got deadlift lifting, overhead squat lifting, front squat lifting, thruster lifting. So we get a chance to move that barbell. Again, not a whole lot of volume, but a chance to pick up some weight that day. And then this is a workout, you know it's going to be hard when you got thrusters and rowing in the same workout. 16 minutes of work ahead of you with those thrusters and rowing. So pace yourself when you go start this and look to be able to get into that round of 30 with it. Ending the week with a commitment workout on CVC, so we're rowing and thrusters in that workout as well. Also doing shoot throughs. I love this movement. Glad to see it back in the programming here. And dumbbell power swing. Love that movement as well. Big explosive hip thrust through there. So this is kind of combining what we're doing in both our lift class and CVC with all the movements that will hit. Our lift class and our CrossFit classes. We're combining all those movements and elements you'll see into one class with our commitment class and CVC that day. All right, see you guys in the gym this week.